The majority of the tissue that we're taking off of the abdomen is skin rather than fat tissue.
Tammy Slaton, the larger-than-life star of TLC's hit reality series 1000 LB Sisters, has recently stunned fans with a cascade of deeply personal and life-changing revelations that mark not only a turning point in her journey of transformation, but also a testament to her continued resilience, vulnerability, and triumph over immense physical, emotional, and societal barriers. Known for her unapologetically raw personality, public battle with obesity, and unwavering pursuit of health and self-acceptance, Tammy has always kept viewers on their toes with every new episode. But in an unexpected twist that sent shockwaves across social media and fan forums alike, she has now disclosed that she secretly got married several days ago. A development that had long been shrouded in secrecy due to her desire to keep certain aspects of her private life away from the glare of the media spotlight. Not only that, but Tammy also confirmed that she is pregnant with her first child, adding yet another remarkable chapter to an already extraordinary narrative arc. Her husband, whose identity was initially kept under wraps, has now been revealed as a low-profile, kind-hearted man who works in local logistics management and reportedly earns a modest but steady income in the range of $50,000 to $60,000 annually. A hard-working individual who, according to sources close to the couple, has been a steadfast pillar of emotional support for Tammy during some of her darkest hours. Their marriage, which took place in a quiet, private ceremony attended by only close friends and family, is believed to have occurred approximately 6 to 7 weeks ago, making her pregnancy still in the very early stages, possibly between 5 to 10 weeks along, depending on when she conceived. While fans speculated for months about her relationship status following a series of cryptic TikToks and vague Instagram captions, Tammy finally decided to come clean in a heartfelt live stream explaining that she wanted to protect this sacred time in her life from public scrutiny until she felt ready to share her joy with the world. As this deeply personal development unfolds, it is impossible not to reflect on the staggering evolution Tammy has undergone in both body and spirit. Particularly in light of her most recent weight loss milestone, she now weighs just over 300 pounds, a number that not long ago would have seemed like a distant fantasy when she tipped the scales at a life-threatening 725 pounds. Her incredible transformation, driven by months of grueling physical therapy, restricted diets, emotional setbacks, and moments of self-doubt, is now paying off as she prepares for the next major goal on her roadmap to recovery: undergoing skin removal surgery to deal with the large amounts of excess skin that hang from her arms, stomach, and chin, like painful reminders of her former life. It was only after successfully undergoing bariatric surgery and shedding hundreds of pounds that Tammy, under the care of Dr. Charles Proctor Jr. and her supportive family, especially her sister, Amy Slaton, finally reached this stage of readiness. At her most recent wean, Tammy came in at 303 pounds, prompting an emotional reaction from both her medical team and her fans. Dr. Proctor, visibly moved, told her, "You look awesome," and later took to social media to write, "Words can't describe how proud I am of @QueenTammy86. Her journey is a true testament to her determination, strength, and refusal to give up." Tammy herself, reflecting on the grueling process, shared, "Damn, that's 5 pounds less than I was at the time of my bypass." A moment that seemed to signify not only pride in her physical progress, but a new sense of self-awareness and emotional healing. Her sister Amy, who has been open about her own journey with weight and body image, has likened the feeling of rapid weight loss without immediate skin removal surgery to that of a deflated balloon, echoing the complex and often overlooked challenges that follow even the most successful bariatric transformations. As both sisters continue to pursue their respective goals, with Amy also looking into her own skin removal options, fans have praised their openness and sisterly bond as central pillars of the show's success. For Tammy, however, this new chapter is about more than just numbers on a scale. It's about reclaiming her life, her identity, and now her role as a wife and future mother, as she braces herself for pregnancy alongside the aftermath of rapid weight loss. Tammy has had to confront a new wave of public scrutiny and insensitive comments, many of which she has not hesitated to call out on platforms like TikTok. One particularly biting comment about her chin flap provoked a pointed but honest response from Tammy, who reminded her followers that excess skin is a natural and medically documented byproduct of significant weight loss. And yes, it would go away with surgery. That said, the timeline for her skin removal operation remains uncertain, largely due to the need for her to maintain her current weight for at least 18 consecutive months before qualifying for the complex procedure. A standard medical recommendation aimed at ensuring lasting results and avoiding complications. In a confessional-style video that has since gone viral, Tammy declared, "I'm so ready for skin removal." Her voice filled with conviction and optimism, signaling to the world that this is not the same Tammy from season 1. This is a woman who has endured, evolved, and emerged stronger. Her pregnancy, while still early, will no doubt introduce new medical challenges given her history. And doctors are expected to closely monitor both maternal and fetal health throughout the journey. Nevertheless, the fact that Tammy has come this far from being largely immobile and on oxygen support in earlier seasons to now walking unassisted, weighing just over 300 pounds, being a newlywed and preparing to become a mother is an extraordinary testament to the human spirit. As fans await the next season of 1000 TodAYay Sisters with bated breath, the focus will no longer be on what Tammy has to lose, but on what she has gained: love, purpose, and a second chance at life. One she is now determined to live to the fullest, not only for herself, but for the new family she is building from the ground up.
Go over the best possible way to approach Amy without her getting mad and overreacting.
Amanda Halterman, a recurring personality on TLC's 1000 TodAYay Sisters, has long portrayed herself as the emotional anchor, or, as she recently put it, the glue that holds the family together. But this bold self-proclamation has sparked a wave of debate among fans and critics alike, leading many to question whether Amanda truly lives up to that title, or if someone else, perhaps a sibling, or even the reality show itself, plays a more significant role in keeping the Slaton family from drifting apart. The show, which began as a deeply intimate chronicle of Tammy and Amy Slaton's battle with obesity, food addiction, and familial trauma, has gradually evolved into an ensemble portrait of a Kentucky-based working-class family grappling with newfound fame, internal discord, medical emergencies, divorces, and healing, often all within the span of a single season. Amanda, who came into the spotlight later than her sisters, quickly carved a niche for herself as the blunt, take-no-nonsense sister who often acted as a mediator, protector, and emotional backbone. But recent developments in the ongoing season have thrown that identity into question. Notably, Amanda and Tammy are currently not on speaking terms, a falling out that viewers saw unfold on screen, with Amanda expressing frustration over her perceived responsibility for holding the family together. A sentiment that, while resonant to some, felt hollow or performative to others, as the new season progresses and family tensions continue to surface. The growing consensus on platforms like Reddit is that Amanda's claim to being the family glue may be overstated. One viewer candidly remarked, "Amanda talks about being the family glue, but I don't think she deserves that title. I think Chris Combs is the real glue. He's the one who consistently brings everyone back together and is there for everyone when things get heated." A sentiment that quickly gained traction across fan forums. Chris, the often overlooked brother in the Slaton clan, has been repeatedly praised by both fans and cast members for his quiet strength, emotional intelligence, and unrelenting willingness to support his sisters, whether that means driving Tammy to her doctor's appointments, showing up for Amy during her messy divorce from Michael, or simply being present during times of emotional turmoil. Unlike Amanda, whose presence is sometimes marked by dramatic confrontations and emotionally charged speeches, Chris has become known for his calming influence, dry humor, and heartfelt concern for everyone's well-being. While Amanda's contributions are undeniable, she did, after all, support Tammy during her time in rehab and helped Amy navigate single motherhood. Critics argue that her tendency to keep emotional score or assert her authority during conflicts makes her role as a role feel more performative than altruistic. In contrast, Chris, as one Redditor put it, helps from the goodness of his heart, offering support without attaching conditions or seeking validation, which many believe is the truest form of glue, invisible, consistent, and strong. Adding complexity to this debate is the growing belief that 1000 Del-B Sisters itself, the show, its production crew, and the financial infrastructure of TLC might actually be the central force holding the family together. Observers have noted that before the show began airing, the siblings rarely spent extended time together. And footage from the sisters' early YouTube days supports this, showcasing a more fragmented and disjointed family unit. One fan pointedly noted, "Anyone who followed Amy and Tammy's YouTube days knows that the show is really the glue holding this family together." Before the money started coming in, the siblings had little to do with each other. A statement that speaks volumes about the nature of reality TV and its impact on familial bonds. The financial security provided by the series through appearance fees, sponsored opportunities, and spin-off potential has allowed for frequent family family outings, regular check-ins, medical follow-ups, and even therapy sessions that might not have happened otherwise. The fact that TLC's camera crews are often the only consistent presence in their lives suggests that the emotional arcs we see, reconciliations, interventions, heart-to-heart conversations, may owe as much to production cues as to genuine familial warmth. Even landmark events like weddings have drawn scrutiny. Amy's wedding to Michael, for example, was notably underattended by family members, fueling further speculation that the closeness we now see between the siblings is a relatively recent and possibly producer-facilitated development. In other words, without the cameras, would the Slaton siblings still be checking in on each other? Would Amanda still feel obligated to mend bridges? Or would she simply move on from fractured relationships? These are the kinds of questions fans are asking as they watch the show evolve from a documentary-style chronicle of weight loss into a full-fledged family drama. There's also a meta-narrative forming around the concept of glue itself. What does it mean to hold a family together? Is it emotional support, physical presence, financial stability, or simply the willingness to show up when it matters most? And does self-identifying as the glue inherently diminish one's authenticity, especially when others may see your actions differently? Amanda's claim, while understandable given her fiery personality and protective instincts, may fall flat in the eyes of those who've watched Chris tirelessly support each sister without ever seeking the spotlight or claiming moral superiority. Furthermore, the fan discourse has revealed that many viewers feel the emotional core of the show has gradually shifted away from Amanda and toward Chris, who has emerged not only as the most emotionally intelligent of the group, but also as someone capable of growth, vulnerability, and leadership without ego. That said, Amanda's role in the family, particularly her ability to step in during crises and speak uncomfortable truths, should not be dismissed. She has been a key player in family interventions, a vocal advocate for Tammy during medical emergencies, and a grounding force for Amy when the latter was overwhelmed by the demands of motherhood and separation. Yet the timing and tone of Amanda's interventions often spark mixed reactions. Some see her as brave, others as combative. Her sense of duty is clear, but it's sometimes clouded by resentment or a desire to control the narrative. As the Slaton family's journey continues to unfold on national television, viewers are left grappling with the real versus the performed. The selfless versus the self-aware. And the question of whether reality TV can ever truly capture the complexities of familial love, loyalty, and dysfunction. The show, in its own way, has become a double-edged sword, offering healing and exposure in equal measure, often blurring the lines between sincere connection and structured conflict. For now, the question of who the true glue is remains unresolved, a symbol of the show's deeper tension between authenticity and spectacle. What is clear, however, is that the Slaton family, in all its raw, chaotic, deeply human glory, continues to captivate audiences, not just because of their physical transformations, but because of the emotional entanglements that mirror those of countless families everywhere. As new episodes air, viewers can expect to see more conflict, more healing, and more attempts, both real and staged, to stitch this complicated family back together again, one emotionally charged, moment at a time.
Stu, my family hates me. That's all it amounts to.
Yes, pity party.
I'm done. I'm gone. I'm
More
going
of a
home.
pity party. Yes.
Tammy Slaton, the beloved and now widely respected star of TLC's 1000 Del B Sisters, has once again proven that transformation is not just about numbers on a scale. It's about growth in every dimension of life, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. As millions of fans continue to follow her awe-inspiring weight loss journey, Tammy has begun sharing not just the visual changes she's undergone, but the deep personal inner work that has helped her emerge stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever before. And now she's spreading that hard-earned wisdom to her fans around the world. Known initially for her struggles with obesity, addiction, depression, and low self-esteem, Tammy's story has become a living testament to what the human spirit can endure and overcome. And now, in a new chapter of her ongoing evolution, Tammy has become more than just a reality TV personality. She's become a voice for healing, positivity, and radical self-belief. In a heartfelt Instagram post that quickly went viral and was later featured by leading outlets like GlamWire USA, Tammy shared a moving and personal message about mental resilience and the strength it takes to keep moving forward even when the odds feel overwhelming. Mental resilience isn't about never facing challenges, she wrote with conviction. It's about learning to bounce back every single time. No matter how hard the journey may feel, every setback, every moment of doubt, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. These words, simple yet profound, hit home for thousands of followers who have watched her struggle with basic mobility, fight to breathe without oxygen support, endure time in rehabilitation centers, and face heartbreaking personal losses, including the recent passing of her husband, Caleb Willingham, a tragedy that, while devastating, has only further revealed the depth of Tammy's inner strength and capacity for recovery. Her resilience, she explained, doesn't mean pretending everything. It is okay. It means getting up every day and choosing to keep going. It's about finding that inner strength even when everything seems tough and pushing forward with a heart full of hope and determination. And this isn't just motivational fluff. It's something Tammy lives every day. Over the past year, she has achieved incredible health milestones, dropping over 400 pounds and reaching a new low of just above 300 pounds. Something once thought impossible by even her medical team. Her progress has opened the door to life-changing surgeries, including skin removal, which she's now finally being considered for a procedure that not only represents a medical necessity, but an emotional triumph after years of physical pain and social isolation. And yet, despite these tangible victories, Tammy continues to focus on the emotional and psychological victories, perhaps knowing better than anyone that weight is only a symptom of deeper wounds. Her message is now one of healing, not just the body, but the mind and soul. To everyone out there who's struggling, she continued in her post, "You are stronger than you think. You've overcome so much already. Keep going. Keep believing." And know that resilience isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Embrace the journey, honor your progress, and let every challenge be fuel for your growth. You've got this. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Her post was flooded with thousands of comments from followers who felt seen, validated, and encouraged by her words. Messages like, "So proud of you, Tammy, and you make me feel like I can achieve anything I put my mind to," poured in alongside notes of gratitude, love, and admiration. One follower wrote, "Caleb really helped you see what truly matters." In the world, highlighting the spiritual growth Tammy has exhibited since experiencing both love and loss. Others commented, "I needed to see this today. Thank you," reminding us that sometimes it's not celebrities or fitness gurus who offer the most powerful inspiration, but real people with real stories who've walked through fire and come out with their spirit intact. The emotional rawness and honesty Tammy brings to her platform is perhaps what sets her apart in a sea of social media influencers and wellness advocates. While many share curated snapshots of their best days, Tammy offers her truth. The tears, the setbacks, the loneliness, the grief, the small victories, the big wins, and the honest reflections that come with genuine change. And in doing so, she has become a symbol of transformation for millions, especially for those who feel forgotten, judged, or stuck in their own bodies. Tammy's journey from nearly 725 pounds and relying on full-time care to now being largely independent and more emotionally grounded than ever is nothing short of a miracle. Her relationship with her family, especially her sister Amy, has had its ups and downs. But through it all, Tammy has made a conscious effort to grow not only in strength, but in empathy. And while fans still tune in weekly to witness the reality TV drama that unfolds on 1000 Sisters, what they're really seeing is a woman reclaiming her life, one hard-earned inch at a time. Her recent partnerships with wellness brands also reflect this shift, not in a commercialized way, but as a reflection of her new values. She wants others to know that wellness isn't about being skinny, it's about being well. It's about self-respect, sustainability, and showing up for yourself even when the world tells you you're not worth it. And in a society that often devalues people based on their size, Tammy's unapologetic self-love is revolutionary. On platforms like TikTok and Instagram, she continues to use her reach to encourage others to begin their own healing. Whether that means therapy, journaling, taking a walk, or simply choosing to speak kindly to themselves for once. She reminds her followers, many of whom are dealing with chronic illnesses, depression, anxiety, or toxic environments, that healing is not linear and that setbacks don't erase progress. Tammy has even begun responding to fandoms with personal notes of encouragement, proving that her role as a public figure isn't just about visibility, it's about responsibility. At GlamWhy we've followed Tammy's journey from the start, covering everything from her earliest public health battles to the triumphant moments of self-discovery she now so proudly shares. But what strikes us most is not just her physical transformation, impressive as it is, but her emotional intelligence and willingness to be vulnerable in front of the world. Her willingness to share moments of self-doubt, to mourn publicly, to show up anyway, and to love herself even when the cameras stop rolling. That's what makes her powerful. Tammy's story is not just about weight loss. It's about finding light in darkness. It's about rediscovering purpose in a world that told her she wasn't worthy of one. And now with every post, every episode, and every kind word she gives to a fan, Tammy is proving that not only is she worthy, but that every person following her journey is too. As she continues to work toward her next goal, undergoing skin removal surgery, sustaining her mental health, and perhaps one day, starting a family of her own, fans around the world are watching not just a transformation, but a full-blown resurrection. And while the road ahead will no doubt come with its challenges, one thing is certain. Tammy Slaton is no longer just surviving. She's thriving, okay? And in doing so, she's lighting the way for others to do the same. So if you've ever felt like giving up, Like the mountain is too high or the pain too deep, let Tammy's journey remind you that healing is possible. Growth is possible. Change is possible. And you are possible. For more updates on Tammy's journey and inspirational stories like hers, follow us at Glamwire USA, where we bring you closer to the real stories behind the headlines. Stories of strength, courage, and transformation that just might change your life.